call, or the final onboarding call, you should also be training the customers on how to use the reports and how to use the admin dashboard. So after all the customers have placed their order and the automatic cutoff time has been completed, you're going to have all of this data on the dashboard. It's going to tell you what orders, how many orders you have, how many of them are pickup, how many of them are deliveries, how many need to be delivered, etc., etc. And you can see I have 11 orders total, 71 of the meals, all of these 11 orders are 71 meals to make, 43 of them are for delivery, 25 of them are for pickup. I can see how many people on a subscription have yet to pick their meals. I have one by the pound. I'm really able to go here, and these are actually all clickable, and go to a respective order. Now our reports are broken down into cooking reports and to fulfillment reports. And we want to make sure in the onboarding that you go through each report that is relevant to the customer's plan. So every report that's available, you should go through and explain. Now before that, I want to go over these buttons. A day is automatically closed, but a customer can always manually reopen it in order to allow customers that have been past the cutoff time to still place an order in. But they have to manually close it. So if someone manually opens it, they have to manually close it. This auto choose meals button is going to automatically choose these 212 meals, and if there are any errors, it'll notify the admin of the errors associated with that, but it will automatically choose the meals. And you can see here all the errors for these counts that have not, and you went from 212 to 185. The next thing you have is finished production. So let's say this date, October 13th, it's passed. We're past that date. I can click on finish production, and now it's going to load the information for the 16th, the next non-finished production. It is imperative that you tell all of your clients that they need to finish production after they are done with a day. So now let's go into the reports. So the first report we have is the inventory shopping list. And this is going to look at the inventory shopping list for this date. So what do I need to purchase for all the food that was ordered for deliveries on Sunday? And you can see exactly what's going on here. The next report we have is the meals report. And this is a high-level report that tells them all the meals they need to prepare. So you have 2 of these, 4 of those. You can see different portion sizes, what you have for larges, etc., etc. You can see the total meals that have been prepared are 95. If you go back to the dashboard, you'll see that there are 70 meals for delivery, 25 meals for pickup, a total of 95 meals that need to be made. Then you can go to the next report, the custom meals. If someone is using the custom meal builder, this report is going to tell them every single custom meal that they need to prepare. Again, a high-level report. The by the pounds, another high-level report. These are the by the pound orders that you need to prepare. Our system then breaks down into a little bit deeper, more information, what we call the cooking report. And this cooking report is going to tell them what they need to cook per recipe. So this recipe, agave lime shrimp that you made, has house shrimp, snap peas, etc., etc. Now they can also click this toggle if they just want to see the core ingredients, they don't want to see the sub-recipes, or they can see how it's broken down. So let's say they already utilized the sub-recipes and made it, and they just need to see how much of this sub-recipe goes into this meal. They can do so as follows, and they can see exactly what's happening. Again, if they're using the other ordering system, they can see for the custom meal builder, all the proteins, all the carbs, veggies, sauces, and for the by the pounds, exactly what's happening with this report as well. So the cooking report is going to show all the chef menu items, which are for a la carte, meal pack, point of sale, retail, grab and go, the subscriptions, all the chef menu items, and it will also show the custom meal builder and by the pound orderings. Then we have the sub recipe report, and this report is going to show you, here's your house shrimp, here's what you need to make this sub recipe, and it'll give you a cumulative report of all the sub recipes used throughout the entire day. That is how the cooking reports work. Once a customer has finalized and cooked everything, the next step is the fulfillment report. We start that off with one option that's available for companies that are using the meal kit system to view, okay, here are the meal kits. These are the ingredients I need to put into that customer's packaging. Then you have the labels, and a customer can choose between a thermal, a horizontal, or vertical, no ingredients. There are different options they can choose from. Now they can choose the chef menu, which is a la carte, meal pack, subscriptions, catering, and point of sale grab and go menu, or other menu items, extras. They can also choose a bag, and then they can categorize the order of how this works. And then they click print. And what you're going to have is you're going to have the bags, you're going to have meals, and you're going to have everything pertaining to that label that's relevant. We also have what's called a packaging report. This report tells you how to prepare your meal. So you have 2 baked tilapia. This is how each tilapia regulars should be made. You have in 1 container, you'll have 4 ounces of this tilapia, 3 ounces of rice, etc., etc., etc. And this is how you need to package each of these containers. Then you have the pickup and delivery report. The pickup report is going to tell you what customers selected pickup in their checkout preferences and what they're receiving, so you know exactly what to give each customer. Now you can also click on the order number, which is a different report, which we'll get into, which will show the customer order invoice. You then have what's called a delivery report. The delivery report, similar to the pickup report, is going to show you what customers who selected the delivery preference did and ordered, and where it's going to be delivered. You can also export these, and in the near future we'll have the route planner. If a customer is purchasing for our route planner, they can have that selected and automatically imported to our delivery system. But this report tells them what they're getting, the customer who selected a delivery, and where it's going. Finally, we have an extra, not finally, we have the extras report. This is going to be a report for if you have the extras ordering system, what extra add-ons were purchased, and which customer received them. We then have what's called the subscription report. The subscription report is a high-level report that's going to tell you all the orders that are currently on automatic and all the orders that are manual for this delivery day. So how many meals how many subscriptions are active that you're delivering for this Sunday that are still recurring, and how many of them are not? Finally, we have the bags reports. So the bags by delivery date is going to show you for this Sunday how many bags are out. You can mark the bags delivered, you can mark them returned, you can manage it, you can see the customer, you can see the invoice. All of that is going to be associated with this bags by delivery date. Whereas the bags report, it's going to show you all of the bags you currently have in your system, whether they're for the 6th, the 12th, a week ago, 3 weeks ago, a month from now, because someone ordered already a month in advance. You're going to see every single bag that needs to be tracked and active in your system. The final report we have is a customer order invoice. This report is pretty important because from this report or this invoice, a customer can refund everything. They can refund the total order, and that is part of the cancellation process. So if a customer wants to cancel a subscription or cancel an order, they would refund. If they want to change a specific order, so let's say a customer is, normally they get their meals delivered or they pick up at location A, but for this specific date, they are going to be at a different location, you can change that specific date at this location. Otherwise, they can have just this specific meal refunded, if they want to refund the entire day, the entire order, excuse me, or they can refund a specific meal. And again, they can change anything for specific orders as well. That is how you would utilize the customer order and the reports. So it's very imperative that we show all of our customers every single report to make them understand how our system works.